Today, a group of South Carolina Army National Guard soldiers left the state and headed to the nation's capital.
About 70 soldiers of around 200 ordered by Governor McMaster were deployed from the National Guard Armory in Union to support a federal security mission in Washington.
State House reporter Caroline Yaffa was in Union and has the latest.
It's been a really busy day here at the National Guard Armory in Union. Approximately 70 soldiers have left and are headed to Washington, D.C. Several soldiers from the South Carolina Army National Guard packed up and loaded 2 buses to head to D.C. at the request of President Trump and the Pentagon's National Guard Bureau.
People do not want to see the nation's capital in shambles and dangerous. So I say hallelujah for President Trump again is doing something that should have been done a long time ago.
Captain Jonathan, Commander HHC 4th and 118th, is one of the soldiers going to D.C.
We're heading up there in order to maintain civility among the people with the utmost respect for the local populace and all of the civilians, and to work in tandem with the local law enforcement.
The South Carolina Army National Guard says this will not have any interference with hurricane response.
The South Carolina Army National Guard has over 11,000 soldiers, airmen, and States Guardsmen. So we're sending approximately 200 to Washington, D.C., so this should have no impact on our ability and our capabilities to provide hurricane and crisis response.
The South Carolina Army National Guard says outside of the D.C. National Guard, they will be the first soldiers on the ground in D.C. on mission this week.
It's important because it shows that South Carolina responds. We respond professionally, we respond effectively, and that whenever our nation, our state calls, we'll be ready to answer.
But not everyone is happy about this mission. The mayor and police chief of D.C. have spoken to national media about the lack of need for this militarization. Several state Democratic leaders say they're unhappy with the governor's decision. State Representative John King said in a letter to McMaster, quote, "Governor, this is not leadership. This is political theater at the expense of the people you swore an oath to serve. South Carolina does not need a governor more worried about pleasing Washington than protecting his own backyard." Governor McMaster says the federal government is covering the cost of this deployment. In Union, I'm Caroline Yaffa.
Governor McMaster says this isn't the first time South Carolina soldiers have been called to help. He says soldiers have also been sent to the border.